Have I got a couple of amazing watches for you. The Egard Tourbillon and the Egard Stardust. These watches are going to blow you away. So without further ado, time's a ticking, so let's get stuck in. Hey everyone, Matt Johnson here. Happy Friday and welcome to my YouTube channel, Beer and Watches. Now, if this is your first time on my channel and you love watches, then this is the place for you because I do a brand new watch review video every single Friday just in time for the weekend. Now, normally I crack a beer as well. However, I'm in quarantine right now, not because I'm sick or anything, but because I flew to LA and then flew back to Canada, and so I had to stay in quarantine for 14 days. But don't worry, because today is my last day of quarantine, so tomorrow I'll be going to stock my beer fridge, so lots of beer on next week's episode. Anyway, all that being said, welcome to my YouTube channel, and again, if this is your first time here, make sure you're subscribed so that you get my brand new watch reviews every single Friday. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button over there to the bottom right of the screen, and don't forget to click the bell so you get notified when those new videos drop. Why are we here today? Well, we're here because I've got two incredible watches to review for you today. First of all, the Egard Tourbillon, which is a brand new watch with a tourbillon movement, absolutely incredible, and you won't believe the price on this. And also the Egard Stardust. Look at those diamond stars shining in that thing. It looks like $1,000,000. Now, I've been a huge fan of the watch company Egard ever since I purchased this, my Egard Mayon V2 limited edition. Purchased it a couple of years ago and I absolutely love this watch. I'll put a link in the description below this video to Egard Watches as well. So I was absolutely thrilled when Ilan over at Egard offered to send me these two brand new watches. Now, this one, the Tourbillon, is on their website right now, and this one, the Stardust, is actually a prototype, and so this will be coming out on their website really soon. Now, in a minute, we're going to swing the camera around, get into a close-up look at both of these watches, talk about the specs, talk about the pricing, and trust me, if you've never heard of Egard watches, you do want to check them out. And you can check them out right here at egardwatches.com. Go check them out and check out their eclectic lineup of watches. They're certainly way ahead when it comes to unique designs on their timepieces. All right, all that being said, we're going to swing this camera around. We're going to get into these two incredible looking watches, the prices, all the specs and all that cool stuff, and show you why you should be as excited about these watches as I am. All right, let's go. All right, everyone, here we are with these beautiful, beautiful timepieces. The Egard Stardust here in rose gold with that beautiful Stardust dial, and the Egard Tourbillon. These two watches were sent to me for review. However, I don't get to keep them. I don't get paid for this review, and I get no financial compensation at all for this review. So what you're going to get today is a completely unbiased review. Now, the Stardust is not available on the website yet. This is a prototype. Again, if you want to be notified the second that this particular watch drops on their website, do make sure you sign up for their newsletter. And this one, the Tourbillon, is available on their website right now. It's limited to only 100 pieces, and also I'm going to tell you how you can get 15% off as well. Now, before we get into the Tourbillon, because that's the one that is available right now on the website, let's talk a little bit about the Stardust watch. My wife absolutely loves this watch. My wife's not really a watch person. She's not into watches, but when she saw this on my wrist out on the patio in the sun, she was just mesmerized by it. And why not? Look at that dial. Absolutely beautiful. Now, again, right here, this particular watch is assembled in the US. It does come with two colorway options. The first one is a steel case with a blue tint dial, and the second one is this one, rose gold case with a black dial. It's available, or it will be available when it launches, in both male and female versions. Now, the movement in this, I'm not really sure exactly what the movement in this is, but the final finished version will most likely have an NH35 movement in it. Let's take this off this little stand here and just take a look at that dial again. As you can see, it's got applied hour markers. It's got the Egard cross logo at the 12 o'clock position with the Egard name just below that. We've got the sword style hands there, and we've got a date complication at the 3 o'clock position. And that dial really speaks for itself. It just looks like $1 million. It's actually made out of a natural stone quartz, and that is highlighted by this sapphire curved crystal, which is kind of a unique design exclusive to Egard. If you take a look at my Egard Mayan V2 here, it has that same unique sapphire curved crystal, and to make that curved crystal is actually very, very difficult. Really beautiful. It kind of goes into that rose gold case there, which has got brushing on it. Got these very distinctive angular lugs, as you can see, and this particular one comes on this crocodile genuine leather strap. Now if we move around the strap, you can see that what we have here, it's an Egard push button deployant clasp. We just push those buttons there, it pops open, a butterfly clasp, called that because it opens like the wings of a butterfly. Again, in a milled steel with a rose gold application on there, Egard embossed on the buckle. What's exciting is that case back. So if we pop this open and just take a closer look at that case back, I think you'll see, just as I do, that it's absolutely gorgeous. And what we're looking at here is a stainless steel screw down case back. We've got the serial number up here at the top, the Egard at the bottom, and then what you're looking at there is actually the night sky, but that is actually an exhibition case back that's been painted on the underside with that night sky finish with the moon, and you can actually see through that dark blue night sky, although it's difficult to come up on camera, to get kind of a peekaboo at the movement inside. Certainly I've never seen a case back like that. I think it's really, really unique and stunning. This particular watch comes in at a 43mm diameter. It does have a push-pull crown. The crown does have the Egard logo on there. These crowns are actually a good size to grip, a good size to turn. This is an automatic watch, so you turn it to wind up the movement, and then you pull it out one time to adjust the date. Just show you the date adjusting, and then you pull it out again, and that changes the hands. Works very well. Just a beautiful, beautiful watch. You can see that the lugs here are 22mm lugs, and the lug to lug on this is 50mm lug to lug. The thickness, including the curved sapphire crystal, about 14mm. Once again, it's not available right now, but if you do sign up for the newsletter, the second it becomes available, they will notify you, and I'm advised that it will fall somewhere between the $250 and $350 price range, which I think is an absolutely incredible deal. So that's the Egard Stardust. Watch out for that coming to egardwatches.com very, very soon. Let's move in to the Tourbillon, the star of the show. Just look at that skeleton dial there with the tourbillon movement spinning away at the 6 o'clock position. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into the specs of this watch, what exactly is a tourbillon movement and when was it designed? Well, tourbillon was patented by its inventor Abraham Louis Breguet in 1801, and a Swiss-made tourbillon will cost you upwards of $50,000 in a watch, but a Chinese-made tourbillon, just like this one is, generally sells for around $2,500, $2,000 in a watch, which makes this a really good deal, because on the website this is actually $17.95, but they do have a 15% off discount right there on the website right now for a limited time. Again, this is limited to only 100 pieces in the world, so if you do want to pick this up, if you go there and click on that limited time offer discount, you'll actually get this for $1,525, $1,525 US, which for a tourbillon movement is absolutely bonkers. And for a tourbillon movement in a watch as distinctive and unique as the Egard curved sapphire crystals is just stunning. I absolutely love this watch. It's so beautiful. Currently, there are 5 Chinese companies manufacturing tourbillon movements. You've got the Seagull tourbillon, the Dandong, the Beijing, the Shanghai, and the Hangzhou movement. And this one right here is the Hangzhou tourbillon movement. 72-hour power reserve, comes in at plus or minus 10 seconds a day, which is really quite good for a movement of this caliber. And you know, the Hangzhou movement is a stable tourbillon movement as well. Essentially what we've got is the escapement, which is inside this cage that spins in a 360-degree rotational pattern. You can see it spinning away there. We've got the pink synthetic jewels, the blue screws on the gold movement, and you can see how it just turns in that 360-degree movement. Absolutely mesmerizing to watch. And you add to that the build quality of the watch, the great skeleton design, the stainless steel, the butterfly clasp. This is an incredible deal at just over $1,500 right now with that discount code. Now, moving away from the Tourbillon for a minute, you can see that we've got a brushed stainless steel case, again with that unique curved sapphire crystal to it. Nice big crown. It does have the Egard logo etched into the crown there. One pull out to adjust the time, push back in, and then when it's all the way in, turn to wind the spring. We can take a look at the back, and there it is. It's a beautiful skeleton exhibition case back. As you can see, limited edition, automatic tourbillon movement, sapphire crystal, and there is the individual piece number. This is 000 of 100. Again, this is the prototype here. You can see we've got a signed rotor in the back with some skeleton work on it, and a great look at that skeletonized movement inside, and the tourbillon there at the 6 o'clock position. Again, 72-hour power reserve on this, automatic wind, so it will wind with the movement of your wrist. Limited again to 100 pieces, and this one has a case size of 43 millimeters case size and a strap width of 22 millimeters. It will actually come in a high-end display case, and it will come with both the metal bracelet and a carbon fiber leather with deployant clasp bracelet as well. 316L brushed stainless steel. Moving around, we've got a push button deployant clasp here. Again, this is logoed with the Egard logo. Works beautifully. One of my favorite types of clasps, because when it's closed it just hides away there and you can't see it. Just an absolutely stunning watch all round. Again, you can get this with the 15% off discount for $15.25. So if you've ever wanted to own a Tourbillon watch, then certainly you can get into the Tourbillon with this stunning watch right here. It does have applied hour markers with lume. It also has 2 sword style hands in blue with lume as well, and the Egard logo there at the 3 o'clock position. So to finish this up, let's take this in the dark room. Let's put a black light on there and see what kind of lume we have on the watch. And there you go, there's the lume on the watch. I actually think it's pretty good and pretty striking on this watch. We've got lume, as I say, on the hour and minute hand there. We've also got lume on the hour markers. Obviously no lume spot at the 6 o'clock position, because that's where we've got the tourbillon movement. We've got a double loomed hour marker at the 12 o'clock position. Well, there you have it, my friends. What a couple of stunners. I just wish I didn't have to send these 2 watches back, but I do. They're not for me to keep, unfortunately. However, I will be keeping a close eye on these 2 watches, and this one, as I mentioned, is my wife's favorite watch, and that's saying a lot because she's not really into watches, but she just loves the Stardust on this watch and the rose gold case. It is a beauty. Again, if you are not signed up for the Egard newsletter, make sure you go over to their website, egardwatches.com. Again, that link is in the description below this video. Sign up for the newsletter on the home page right down there at the bottom, and then you'll get notified the second that the Stardust watch drops, and this is going to be an absolute steal at that price, somewhere between $250 and $350 US. All right, guys, well, that's it for today's episode of Beer and Watches. Have yourselves a great weekend. Don't forget to put on your favorite watch, crack your favorite beer, kick back and relax, because after all, you deserve it. We'll see you again next Friday for another watch review. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, click on that video right there. That's a good one. And click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. Take care, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.